guys again for taking the time. As Jane just mentioned, the fair launch on this one is wrapping up in about an hour and 20 minutes. So again, guys, if you haven't already, you can go check out their pink sale link. It is live, posted on the channel a couple of times. So again, with this one, it's a really cool concept. I mean, first off, when I was sent the review material from Harry, I really did like the website. I do like the song that you guys have. It kind of caught me off guard because I think my volume at the time was pretty loud on my laptop when I pulled it up. So I was like, whoa, it was like 2 in the morning when Harry sent it over. But I do like the visuals and the kind of the functionality of the website. I think with anything, based on social media, I mean, there is, especially on TikTok, it's such a creative space. I think, the sense of the website definitely sets up well for what you guys are trying to build as a brand. So essentially, TikToken is looking to combine, the blockchain and social media. Users are able to earn the TT2E token from making and watching TikTok videos. I mean, the NFTs are going to be a big component of the ecosystem here, and really going to be a big driver in terms of purchasing your ticket within the fair launch. And we'll have a little bit more about kind of how you guys are trying to incorporate a little bit more community activity through your giveaway that you guys have going on through the fair launch, through some of your NFTs that you're going to be incorporating in the future for this one. But again, I do like how it's focused on social media. TikTok is, one of the probably most engaging platforms out there on the social media side of things. So again, people are very active, and as I pointed out in my post, anybody who's on there daily, it's definitely worth listening to a project like this to see how you maybe are able to earn some crypto and some extra money on the side. So again, I know this is a vision that you guys are really excited to be presenting to everyone here, Mike. So I'm going to throw the mic over to you, and you can introduce yourself and a little bit more about TikToken.
Yeah, cool. Thanks a lot for the introduction, Maurice. So let me present myself. I'm Mike. I'm the founder of TikToken, and I'm the ex-director of an international social media management company. So that's where the idea came from. So blending the blockchain space into the social network space. I'm the leader of the group. I manage and coordinate the entire team. And together with Ethan, we founded this project 10 months ago. So it's 10 months already. And now finally we are reaching the end. Yeah, not the end, but a new start, I would say, with the launch of our token on Pink Sale tonight. As I was saying, Ethan is our co-founder, and I've been working with him already for 6 years, so we have been long-time business partners. Then very quickly, we have Scott, which is our web designer. We have Jane, you're seeing currently her on video. She's our chief marketing officer, and she's very busy right now working on the marketing plan, pre-launch and post-launch. Then we have Alison, that is not here tonight. She's probably busy as well. She's our head of influencer recruitment. So she's the one essentially that recruited the first influencer for the private sale, because we have some of them in the private sale as well. And then, of course, we are going to need them more influencers after the launch that are going to promote our project on TikTok, which is the main platform that we decided to start with. Probably in the future, there will be others. So this is the first one, TikToken to earn. And then, sorry, last but not least, there's Ari, the marketing manager that works with the cold channels mostly. And she works side by side with Jane. Yeah, as I was saying, we are pushing on TikTok. TikToken to earn, it's not just a token. It's an ecosystem. So as you said briefly in the introduction, it's not just a BSC token, but also a whole ecosystem on NFTs. We have launched one NFT already, the T-Ticket NFT, which have some benefits that I'm going to explain later. And then starting from October 1st, we're going to sell mystery boxes NFTs that when opened will contain the camera NFTs. And the camera NFTs essentially will be the ones to be used to kickstart essentially the World app, which is already live. But of course, without a camera NFT, you cannot benefit from the perks that are inside it. But as soon as you're going to have a camera NFT in your wallet, then you're going to be able to gain by making and watching videos.
I'm getting some feedback right now. Sorry about that. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. No, as I was saying, like just as a closing statement before we proceed with the questions, I was saying that right now the DApp is already live, so you can already connect your wallet, check your T-Tickets NFT that are already available to buy. But starting from October 1st, you're going to be able to buy the camera NFTs, and with the camera NFTs, you're going to be able to earn by making or watching TikTok videos.
Beautiful. So I'd like to now kind of walk everybody through. So what's the team doing like from your own end to really start to build a following like on TikTok within that network, that platform that you're looking to kind of tackle?
Yeah. So as said before, we have a dedicated person, Alison. So if you go to our Telegram and also on YouTube, you're gonna find some videos from her explaining what we are trying to do on TikTok. We cannot disclose right now the name of the influencers that we have lined up as per our agreement, but after launch, you're gonna see more and more TikTok videos related to our project. Of course, TikTok video makers are our first, I would say, line of marketing because they are the ones that uploads on TikTok more often, but not only those. So we also want to bring to the platform people that are not used to TikTok, so they can install TikTok to earn using our ecosystem and NFTs. So essentially people that are going to buy our tokens today, those tokens have a utility. So the utility is that by burning those tokens, the camera NFT will be able to be leveled up. And by leveling up the camera NFT, you'll be able to make more videos. And by making more videos or watching more videos, you're going to earn more TT2E tokens. So you hear me, right? Like the sustainability of the tokens is made by burning TT2E tokens, by leveling up the NFTs, and then by making and watching TikTok videos, you're going to earn more. We have dedicated wallets that are going to distribute the rewards when claimed based on the level of the NFT, the number of videos posted, and the number of videos watched. So we are not targeting just the makers, because the majority of the people are watchers, not makers. So also the watchers will be able to earn from the TikTok ecosystem. I believe that's the most exciting part. So earning just by watching.
Perfect. So I think you brought up a really interesting point, right? Because a lot of the community members are going to be those on the watching side, the viewing side. So what are you really, I know you mentioned you have kind of one or two influencers lined up, but what are you really going to do to start pulling in some bigger names or potentially getting some support within that space so that you can just organically scale that community up a little bit easier?
Yeah. So right now, so as you said, we have conducted a small private sale of 40 BNB, and inside the private sale, there were also people, not huge influencers, but influencers like people with more than 100K followers on TikTok. So essentially, we took those people, some of them, not all of them, from the private sale. And they are already trying a beta version of our DApp, including the NFT in testnet. So they are already trying our DApp. They are already earning by watching and making TikTok videos in testnet. So they are earning fake money in testnet. But once the DApp will go, the NFT will go live for everyone in mainnet starting from October the 1st, everybody will be able to do that to earn by making or watching. And regarding the influence, that we are going to have after launch, because as said, we are not focusing not only on the token, but the whole ecosystem itself. Yeah, it will spread. It will spread on TikTok. So as soon as starting from our influencer, the one that we are going to recruit, the one that we are going to pay, because of course some of them we are going to also pay as well. So instead of paying callers, we're going to pay TikTok influencers to try out our DApp. To try out our product, and then the followers will follow. As soon as the word will spread that just by making or also just by watching the TikTok videos, they're going to be able to earn TikTok tokens. So which is a token in the BSC ecosystem. So also our target audience is not just people that are used to the BSC ecosystem, but they will learn and then they will be brought into the BSC ecosystem. Because, you know, on TikTok, there are many, many people, and I believe a small percentage of them are in the blockchain space right now. So essentially blending these two worlds. I've worked in the social media management space for a long time to know that it's at the moment the blockchain space on TikTok is undervalued. So there's a lot of potential there that has not been explored yet. So that's where the idea came up. Me and Ethan, that's where the idea came up. So yeah, it's a very interesting project. It's an exciting project. The road that we need to walk is still long. But yeah, I hope that after today, tomorrow, in the upcoming days, we will convince more and more people that this is a very nice to-earn project. So I know there have been many to-earn projects, failed one, without a working app, even without a website. But I can assure you that this one is a very promising one. I believe it's the first one of its kind. I've never seen one similar. So I've seen walk to earn, run to earn, sleep to earn, but you know, only one has been successful on Binance, as I know of, a walk to earn one, but all the other ones have failed. So that's why we didn't want to start by focusing on the token only, but we wanted to prepare a very nice website, a very detailed white paper. So if you go there, you can find the details about the camera NFTs, about the level upgrade. So everything is already lined up. Also, the DApp is already lined up. Also, if you want to know about the testnet contracts, you can find the testnet contracts there. You can see that there is something going on there. So it's not all just fake like many other tokens promise. And this is not just a token. This is not just a token. So if you go to our website, if you go to our DApp, you find the whole NFT ecosystem, including the tickets NFTs that are already live. Do you want me to start already talking about those, Maurice?
Well, yeah, because I know you guys have that raffle going on right now for the TT. So I think that's obviously something that for people who maybe haven't checked it out, I mean, it's a pretty cool prize. So definitely not a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly. So if you go to our website, there's also in the DApp as well, there's a section called the T-Ticket. And that was a way that we came up with to incentivize our investors. So it's a big giveaway. So the T-Ticket is about a big giveaway that will happen after all the tickets will be sold out. And it's about giving a real dream to the lucky winner. So we thought, okay, the acronym for T-Token to earn, we have the two letters TT, so TikTok. We have a double T, capital T, and one of us has a nice ODTT already, and we thought, okay, let's give one away. Of course, we will not give a real ODTT because otherwise we might need to ship one from Switzerland, from where we are from, to South Africa or to Australia or North America, depending on where the winner will be based. But we will give the corresponding amount of an ODTT RS to the winning wallet. So there are some conditions, there are some criteria that you need to respect in order to be one of the potential winners. So of course, first of all, you need to contribute at least 1 BNB in the Pink Fair launch that is live. It will end in 1 hour and 10 minutes. So at least 1 BNB there, and as a reward, you will get, after purchasing the ticket, 5% extra token airdrop on top of your allocation. One free mint on our DApp for a mystery box starting from October 1st. And of course, lastly but not least, the chance of winning an ODTTRS, so the corresponding amount in BNB. It's about 60K. So the proceeding coming from the 2,000 tickets sold will be entirely used to fund this giveaway. Essentially, right now, I believe there are 200 to 300 tickets sold. Not yet have been sold yet. Of course, after the after the pre-sale will end, we will remove the conditions of the fair launch 1 BNB, and we will have another one, of course, like having a minimum number of tokens to hold. But yeah, pretty exciting, isn't it?
So, I mean, I do like the concept. Anytime you get a raffle or a big draw involved, I mean, we've hosted a couple other projects that have really successfully used that to their advantage and helped grow the community that way. It does definitely get people a little bit focused on stuff just outside of the chart, right? I find so many things in the space these days, or chart this, chart that. But I think with what you're trying to do there, with the raffles and some of the other community engagement activities there on the creative side, right? You're trying to take a bit of the focus away from the chart daily and a little bit more on the actual ecosystem and the social side of things.
Exactly. That's exactly the point.
Well, yeah, definitely kind of easy to pick it up from listening to you and having to break it down a little bit. So I would like to cover some core things, obviously some basic things for investors. First of which would be the tokenomics and the tax.
Sorry, can you repeat that? There was some audio feedback.
Yeah, no, of course. Just curious about the tokenomics and the tax for the project.
Okay. Now I heard that. Okay, tokenomics. So we have a very simple tax. Is 6% buy and sell tax, 2% coming for the LP pool, 2% for marketing, and 2% for ecosystem. So it's very simple. It's the same for both buy and sell, and the ecosystem one will be the wallet that will contain the TT2E tokens that will be reflected for the community, that for the people that have the camera NFT and that are earning by watching or making videos. So very simple. And regarding the token allocation, yeah, you can find it on PinkSale, but the liquidity is locked for a year, actually 370 days. The liquidity percentage is 60%. The soft cap is 200 BNB, which has not yet been reached, but we hope that it will be. And then we have 4% of the tokens that are reserved for the private sale that I've talked about, 4% for the marketing reserve, 5% for the fair launch bonus investors. So the ones that have bought the T-ticket, they will get also 5% on top of their allocation. And then we have a mobile app and app rewards wallet, because we will also have a mobile app on both iOS and Android, which essentially will emulate the DApp that we have for the web. So that also while people are on their smartphone, they will be able to earn by watching and making videos. Cool. Then there's also another wallet that is for checks listing. So we have already 2 lined up that we can mention. We cannot mention them now, but 2 are already lined up. And then what else? I think I have listed all. Yeah, I think I've listed them all. Yeah, another thing that I want to remind you is that all tokens are locked and vested, and for 14 days, the ownership of the contract will be in the hands of a SAFU developer. That's per SAFU requirements by PinkSale. So we don't have any tokens at launch. Everything is vested. That's the same for the private sailors and the ownership of the contract. So the contract has been developed by SAFU Dev, Brick Matrix. We also have KYC with PinkSale, and we are also part of the team is also doxed, so we are perfectly safe.
Outside of the team side of things, people often have a bit of skepticism when a new DApp or a new platform pops up into the space from like connecting their wallets. So what are you doing to ensure people feel comfortable with that side of things? Not so much just the team or anything, but the actual like technology behind it, because the team can have no ill intentions on technology side, but then people could also try to exploit technology and smart contracts, as often happens in the space. So it's more so the solidity, security, and the connection side.
Yep. That's true. That's exactly true. So in order to make our investors more confident, so of course, when they connect their wallet, MetaMask will tell you what permissions will be allowed if you click on confirm. But in order to improve that even more, we have open sourced the dApp code on GitHub. So if you go on GitHub, you're gonna, like, if you are a software developer or if you want to make the code checked by someone that understands JavaScript, programming languages in general, they can go there, they can do an audit, they can do essentially whatever they want because the code is open source. So there is no chance that we have introduced some kind of malevolent code there, some kind of suspicious code there, because it's open source and it's the same code that is deployed on the website. So from GitHub is deployed directly to the to the domain, which is dapp.tt2e.finance. So we deploy directly from GitHub. So the code that is there that you see is coming from the code that you see on GitHub, and it's available to everyone. So yeah, that's the insurance that is perfectly safe. Plus, of course, there are some measures that PinkSale has made available, like KYC. We are also doxed. So yeah, essentially, these are the common ways in which investors should feel more secure. So we used PinkSale Safe Collaborators.
Perfect. So I wanted to kind of jump into a little bit more about the next question I had here. So is this the first project the team has ever worked on before? Or I guess what has maybe some team members' involvement been previously in the space?
Yeah, so this is the first project for our team as a whole. Scott, our web designer, has worked for other tokens in the past, but he worked with other teams. So this is the first project of our team as a whole. Scott is an experienced Web3 developer, but we have decided to hire an external developer as per PinkSale software requirements. So we are not developing in-house. But for the dApp, we are using a safe collaborator coming from PinkSale. And for the NFT as well, we will be hiring external NFT designers for the camera NFT. So I believe that answers this, right? So as said, like about me and Ethan in particular, we have been in the social media management space, so not really in the blockchain space, but we have been investors. So BSC investors, Bitcoin, Ethereum investors on Binance, and this is something that we have been already working on for 10 months already. So yeah, this is our first project, and we hope that people will like it.
Perfect. So I wanted to kind of move now into my next question, which is breaking down a little bit more about the NFT marketplace there. Like in kind of like what the future use case would be, if this is something that's going to strictly house products or NFTs that you and your creators put together, or if you guys would open this up in the future to maybe other projects and that type of thing.
Yeah. Let me talk a little bit about the NFTs. So as said, we will sell mystery boxes in phases, starting from October the 1st. So we are not selling them all at once, and the price will increase with time. So they will start from 0.1 BNB, and then they will reach 0.2 BNB. And the official dApp, including the camera NFT, will go live on the 16th of October at 4 p.m. UTC. So we have already set up the time in which the make to earn and watch to mold modes will go live. Regarding the NFTs themselves, so you're going to buy a mystery box and then you can open it in our DApp. If you don't open it, you can still sell it on Tofu NFT marketplace, which is a marketplace for BSC NFT. So you can go there, buy and sell them. Otherwise, if you decide to open them, we have 3 different rarity levels for mystery boxes. And depending on the ones that you get, then you're also gonna get a corresponding rare, more rare or less rare NFT. We have 3 colors: the gold, the green, and the blue edition for the mystery box NFT. And regarding the camera NFTs, instead there are tiers. So from tier 1 to tier 6. Tier 1 is the highest tier, so is the rarest one, and that will allow to let you gain from a maximum of 3 videos per day. And that's the max that you can get from a tier 1 NFT. If you want to increase the number of videos per day, we also have a level upgrade system. In order to upgrade the level of your NFT, you're gonna need TT2E tokens, and you're gonna need to interact with our DApp. So if you go to our DApp, you click a button, you burn a certain amount of TT2E tokens that are in your wallet, and your tier 1 or tier 2, whatever tier NFT, will level up. And the default amount of videos that will be allowed for that day will be increased by 1 unit. So this is how it's gonna go. Starting from a certain level 7, so you need to upgrade your NFT 6 times actually, because they start from level 1, of course. Starting from level 7, with your camera NFT, you'll also be able to earning by watching. And also, depending on the tier of your NFT, there will be a maximum number of videos that you will be able to watch per day. And with each video watched, you're gonna earn an amount of TT2E tokens. So as you say, as I'm saying, it's a cycle. So it's a burn, gift, and redistribution cycle. And that's what makes the TT2E token sustainable. And this is why the TT2E will not be able to live without the NFTs, and vice versa. Lastly, if you don't want to participate in our ecosystem anymore, you will be able to sell also the camera NFTs to Tofu NFT marketplace. So we have been verified there. Other details that you want to know?
True.
Yeah,
you covered a lot there, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The detail on the marketplace there, Mike. I really do. I know there's a couple other questions I kind of just thought up from looking at it through my review. Covered off a lot about the team. You went over the allocations, taxes, privates.
Sorry,
I guess we kind of we covered most of the topics that I kind of had in mind beforehand. The two we didn't really go over is more so outside of the initial pool allocation for the actual TT to earn rewards. How are you guys going to be able to maybe grow additional revenue streams into the platform or the DApp over time? I have a really good question or suggestion that I'll leave for the community part on the back end that was sent to me by one of our community members here. But I was just curious if you guys had any plans in place to grow additional streams in the future.
What do you mean? You mean for the reward ecosystem or for the marketing of the token itself? Maurice, can you hear me?
Oh, hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I lost you there for a second. I didn't hear what you just said. Sorry there, Mike. I just had a bit of a gap in my system.
Yeah. No, I was just asking, are you asking about how we are going to maintain the ecosystem, meaning the rewards that we are going to give in terms of tokens? Or in terms of
exactly in terms of the native tokens. Yeah, the native tokens. So how you guys plan to maybe add additional revenue streams in to help minimize the, I guess, impact or the need for that consistent high stream of volume, because volume is difficult to predict some days.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, first, on one hand, we want to push on the marketing side in order to keep the volume consistent on one end. On the other end, our ecosystem is already taking into account that. So because we have a 2% coming from the tax that is going into a wallet that will be used to fund the rewards. Plus, we have locked wallets that are locked on Pink Sale and that will vest over time. So we have made the calculations there. And essentially, the ecosystem will be sustainable in the end. You can find more details about that in the white paper. Of course, we understand that we are currently in a bear market. So I believe like this is not the perfect time to launch a token, but of course we couldn't foresee that 10 months ago. So we have decided this date, we decided to go along with it. So we decided not to stop, because we don't want to stop. We don't want to focus just on the token or just on the chart. So for the long term, we are sure that this will be a successful token, because a project starts from the project itself and not from the token. So the project, as I said, it's a whole ecosystem. We are keep building on the ecosystem and iterating. We strongly believe this is like a good project that could benefit from from social media. This is about TikTok, but I'm sure that many will follow, starting from this example. So we strongly believe this is a real cool concept. The timing might not be right, but for the long term, I believe that this will be successful in the end. So for the people that are going to believe us, they will be rewarded for the long term.
I mean, that's another really, really strong answer. So between the NFT marketplace and the reward sustainability and the revenue, I mean, I really appreciate you kind of jumping into that much detail, Mike. I do want to cover off the marketing a little bit. I mean, it is very important for any project in these market conditions for the community to know kind of some of the activities, not only outbound marketing in terms of, calls and AMAs and that type of thing, but also stuff that you're doing to really engage and bring the community together and reward them.
Yeah, exactly. So we have run a number of competitions, both on Twitter, on Telegram, via means of Sweep widget, also like, biggest buy competition for the Pink Sale, random buy competition. And also we have the ODTT. So we are currently promoting that giveaway, because I believe that's not something that everybody does, the ODTT. So we have focused our efforts on the design and the graphics of our website, the app, NFTs, everything. So if you go scrolling to our website, you can see that every detail is curated up to the very, very tiny detail. And then, as you said, like the usual marketing. So CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko fast tracked after launch. So the major listing site, we have 2 exchanges line up. Then we have the call channels. Of course, Caesar calls is one of our favorite ones. But we have already had other AMA on Monday and Tuesday on other channels. And we will continue going into that direction. So we will continue speaking in voice chat, in other AMA. We will not stop there. So once we launch our token, we will essentially expand the reach. And like Ellison is working on that as well, Jane as well. So the usual. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna give you a list that you can find on the white paper. It's the usual marketing that all BSC2 can do, plus the added benefit of having a working app that we can give to selected influencers that will be able to then expand the feedback and multiply the feedback. Essentially, if one influencer makes a video and says that our platform is working, that will spread a lot, right? So it will be a voice that will pass over another voice, and so on. So yeah, you know how these things go. So if a project is successful, if one starts to talk about it, then everybody starts talking about it. So essentially, if the project is rewarding the community, and that's what we have in mind. So currently we have no team tokens, so we focused entirely on the project. From the sales of the NFTs, so the T-Ticket one will be used to fund the giveaway of the corresponding value of an ODTT that we have used to advertise our giveaway. And from the sales of the camera NFT, 85% will be used to buy back and burn the TT2E token. So that's another way we're going to give, a consistent way we're going to give to our investors to make sure that the chart will not suffer big dumps. So we're going to do manual buybacks and burns coming from the other revenue streams, which is the sales of the NFT.
Perfect, man. I really appreciate it again, Mike. Thank you so much for jumping into it. And we've seen it recently, the usage of some of those funds to allocate within the community to build the hype is actually sometimes just as effective in certain stages of a project's development, right? So really cool to see how you guys are going to be able to leverage that going forward. And if from a project coverage standpoint, I kind of wanted to make sure we didn't miss any major points that you typically like to highlight, and then transition to a little bit more of some community questions here.
I believe we have covered pretty much it. So I've talked about the tier system, the level up system. I don't want to go into the finest details because, of course, if you open the white paper, every small detail about percentage, number of videos, amount of tokens that will be earned are there. So also the potential earning based on the level of the NFT, on the tier of the NFT and the level of NFT, everything is there. So yeah, I'm very curious about the questions that will be coming from the community.
So I'm going to kick things off here with one that I was sent and I really did like early on from Travis Mack here. So has the team at TikToken considered using their DApp to create a TikTok shilling community such that additional projects that launch in the future can pay TikToken to use the DApp and the community they've built to shill on TikTok? This could be a great way to generate revenue into the project and keep the rewards sustained healthier over time.
Can you repeat the first part of it? Because I believe I did not get the full.
Yeah, no, of course. So you said, has the team considered using their DApp utility to create a TikTok shilling community such that projects can pay you guys to use the DApp and the community you've built up there to help shill their projects on TikTok? So build your own shill army within your DApp and then charge teams to use your shill community as they're launching projects on the TikTok space.
Yeah, that's a very interesting idea that popped up during one of our meetings. Of course, it will take a while to build. So it's not something that we currently have. So as of now, so I don't want to overpromise here, of course. I'm being very honest and transparent here. As of now, the DApp has APIs that call the TikTok public API that get the public data about the profile that is connected to the DApp, because you're going to connect with MetaMask and then you're going to connect with TikTok. So the social login with TikTok. Once you have connected your account, then you will have the potential earning based on the number of videos that you have in your account that you usually, the average number of videos that you post per day or that you watch per day. You also have the potential earning coming from our DApp. Of course, in order to leverage the ecosystem, you're going to need the camera NFT. So we are starting from there. So we are starting from taking the public data that anybody can take from social networks, the TikTok APIs that are available publicly, to get the number of videos made or watched per day. And based on that number, then we are giving out rewards. Then interacting with it, you can level up your NFT. Regarding other marketing opportunities, outreach, essentially displaying videos on our DApp directly, that's something that we thought about, but it's more for the long term, I would say. First of all, we want to concentrate on the NFTs, on the make to earn and watch to earn modes. And then probably we will also add a third mode. And the third mode will be similar to what you have just described. So by the way, we have since I'm currently watching at the Pink Sale fair launch right now, which is gonna end in 42 minutes. I've just saw a buy coming for 7 BNB, which is great, guys. Great.
Nice. That's
7 BNB buys.
That's good. That's a nice one there. I mean, you know how these things typically go. So that's, I guess, another important question to ask there, Mike. And it's something we haven't really addressed, but I know it's something that I did put up in the write-up, and I know it's something that's on everyone's mind is, you know, what's the plan for the team should, you know, you guys go out and, you know, there is a big push, but say you raise like 155 BNB instead of 200, like what would be the plan? I know kind of within the contract itself on the Pink Sale side, I believe the funds would be refunded, but again, I don't know if there would be any ability for you guys to maybe just burn if there's a difference. Again, I don't know, because 150 is not a bad fill. I mean, ideally, if we maybe talked, you know, 2 weeks ago before the Pink Sale went live, I would have just recommended, you know, maybe going with a 75 BNB soft cap or something. I mean, I know the 50 is standard. I think the 50 is a little bit exhausted. I will say, you know, every project kind of goes with a 50 BNB soft cap. So I get why you guys went with a higher soft cap, because I already talked to Harry about it. But again, you know, if we were talking before it was live, I would have recommended dropping it to 75, because what you're going to see is you're going to still see the FOMO, but then you're not going to have the kind of, well, what if mentality. You're going to be a little bit more peace of mind. And I think you would have been likely to push that 75 or that 50 a little bit quicker. And then it's kind of about what's next.
Yeah, let me give you the whole rationale behind it. So we have started this project 10 months ago, and we have worked over the months. Then the bear market, it's hard, you know, not just for us, but for the BSC, the blockchain space in general. We have decided on the fair launch and not on a pre-sale. And like we have devised 200 BNB to be the minimum to kickstart this kind of project, this big ecosystem successfully. So that's why we have decided to put 200 BNB as the soft cap. So we first initially to have, we thought initially to have a pre-sale, but then we thought, what if there are other people that want to join beforehand? So before we launch the NFTs, for example. So that's why we said, okay, 200 BNB, it's a fair launch, and then if somebody else, like if there is like an overflow of people that want to join, that believe in us, then they will be able to do so in a fair and square way. So without whitelist, without like people that have an advantage over other people, we wanted it to be the fairest possible. Then, like very recently, we also saw the subscription model coming in that confused a lot of people, because not many people know how the subscription model works. So we needed to choose between pre-sale and fair launch. So if the fair launch will fail, we will have an internal meeting to discuss how to proceed. But most probably we will relaunch it as a whitelist pre-sale for the people that have already contributed today, plus the private sailors, because also the private sailors want to join the pre-sale as well. And other selected people. So we will give whitelist spots. So the people that have bought the tickets, plus we will give whitelist spots with giveaways. So this is currently our plan B, I would say right now. But I'm confident that we're gonna fill the 200 BNB in the next 38 minutes, because I've seen a lot of fair launches, and when the people see value in something, when like they hear the voices of the developers, of the founders, then they are convinced. So most of the times fair launches are filled in the last 10 minutes, and that's what we hope for. But we have plan B for it and also plan C for it. So nothing to be worried about.
Great answer again. I mean, I do love your confidence. I will say that. So I would like to get to another question here from the audience members. We're going to go PCI. I haven't heard from you for a couple days. Then we'll try Olivia out there. So PCI, then Olivia. PCI, are you there? There we go. We got him. Sent you a DM.
Oh.
Just make sure you're good.
Yeah, TikTok is like the biggest platform right now out there. It is really cool that you're doing like a project like based on that. So there's publicity that shows up every certain time in the platform. So I was wondering if you are going to pay for publicity at TikTok, since the algorithm, it could be like a good idea, since there's any kind of people watching videos. It could be there like a big audience of potential investors.
So yeah, you're suggesting paying TikTok advertisements, right?
Yep.
That's also that's already in the plans. Yep, that's actually a very nice idea, since it's like the whole idea came from the TikTok platform. I worked like in a social media management company. I worked with many influencers that made tons of money out of TikTok. Yeah, I know the power that others are gonna make. At this time, as I said, we are focused on building the ecosystem, the website, everything, the idea behind it. And yeah, after we know like if the fair launch will be successful or the pre-sale afterwards, then we are gonna push hard on the marketing plan.
Yeah. People are actually like changing, like I don't know, they want to search about something, and instead of like going to Google, they go to TikTok and search it there. So it is really big, like right now, the platform. And I also wanted to ask, like, what will happen if like a video like goes viral? Because for any random video, you can go random in the internet, especially in TikTok. So
What do you mean random? What do
like
you mean?
like
Viral video, I think is what you're asking,
yeah.
right? PCI is like, what happens if a random video you guys feature goes viral? Like, how would you deal with the hype and publicity? Is that the question? Because I'm assuming when you
Yep.
say random, you just mean you don't know when a video can go viral.
Exactly, yeah. Like a random video of yours or any of the investors.
Yeah, essentially, that wouldn't be a problem for us because we are reading the data coming from the accounts. So depending on how many, so we don't care about which videos, but how many videos they have watched based on the NFT that they have or uploaded. Based on the number, we are going to reward TT2E. Then if one goes viral, so you're talking about a two-tier ecosystem. So a two-tier where a video gets watched by many people and other people that have watched from it watch it in turn. So essentially a two-tier reward system. That's something that it's not in place right now, but that's also a very, very nice idea. So depending on how much a video is viral, giving out rewards. That's something that it's not currently developed right now, but it's also something that we have thought about, but it's not in place right now. So it really depends on the account level. So at the account level, the interactions that account have made, not the video, but the account. So we are focusing about people right now. In the future, we can also focused about videos. So if a particular video that has been uploaded by a certain person goes viral, then all the people coming from TikToken that also watch that video will also get a kind of reward. So like, as you say, this can go exponential. So you're definitely right. It's not something that it's implemented right now, but it's something that it's also in the plan.
Yeah, you never know when it comes to TikTok. You're right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Maurice.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much, PCI.
Thanks.
I always appreciate you coming out. So I think Pascal has been trying to get a question in there. Pascal, are you there? Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll try. I did call out somebody. I just don't see them anymore. So we'll try somebody I don't recognize. Maybe Marvin's. Marvin's a shot. Don't recognize that name at all. I always like to get some new people out here. So go ahead whenever you're ready there, Marvin's. Actually, while we're waiting, a quick question here from at BenTom8. This question was, is that 20.8% wallet allocated in the pre-sale going to be multi-sig?
Sorry, come again. The 20% wallet
is the 20.8% wallet. That's the TT2E
ecosystem
rewards.
reserve.
Yeah, exactly. Is that going to be multi-sig?
It's vested by Pink Sale, so it's not actually in the hands of the team right now. It's vested by Pink Sale. Small percentages coming over time. That's why we add the tax coming from buy sell that also contribute to the ecosystem. Otherwise, we won't have the tokens to reward enough tokens to reward the people joining the ecosystem in October. But yeah, so the tokens will be released in small chunks, and we don't need multi-sig because yeah, it's not a free wallet. It's currently locked.
Perfect. Appreciate that. Just a pretty quick one there. I wanted to get in while we were waiting for. Oh, I think they dropped. So we're gonna go to, I believe it was Olivia. I called out next. So go ahead, Olivia, if you are ready. I was planning a VC on your channel for the end of the fair launch. Let me know. I wasn't sure if you were, because obviously if that's the plan, I want to make sure you guys have some time to get back there and fire it up.
Yeah. As soon as this finished, we're gonna open VC that as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to. So we'll maybe do another couple questions and give about 15 minutes. But yeah, the more time I think on the channel asking questions, not a bad idea, and especially on the back end, get people their concerns or anything answered while they're still able to buy in. So Olivia, if you're ready, I think I got you and Marvin's there unmuted. One dropped. Marvin's dropped. So I'm gonna try Adam. He's got a project I recognize in his name or his profile picture. So Adam, give it a shot. And it's Adam with a T, like the nuclear atom.
Hey, Maurice.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Yeah, you can go ahead if you got a question. Honestly, we're having some issues with mics, it looks like. So I got a bunch here from Buck, but I do like to go back and forth. And the last question was
all right. Hello. All right. So thank you very much. So this is a very great project. I guess Atom is back. Can I go on, Maurice, or Atom should ask
Hello,
this
Maurice.
Hey, yeah, go ahead, Chris, with your question. And Adam, if it's all right, we'll just get you to pop in afterwards.
Okay, so
All right.
concerning TikTok, we have, a difference, in TikTok and, in the TikTok, and that is your own project. You see, TikTok, when we get gifted, some coin, TikTok take 70% and we take 30%. So I just want to know, if we're going to be earning your token, will you be taking any percentage from, our earning, or you're going to be giving us 100% of our earning?
Okay, so if I understand the question correctly, you are asking if there's a percentage of tokens in the making and earnings system that goes to the team, right?
Yeah, and like there will be a slash of the money, like you guys take 70% and you leave 30%. Will that occur in your platform?
Nope. Essentially, the gaining coming from the team for the team is like, this is clearly explained in the white paper, is coming from the camera NFT sales. So a 10% coming from the camera NFT sales will be go to the team. And this is true for all the camera NFTs that will be sold. So since we believe so much in the ecosystem and the camera NFT, because without the camera NFT, you cannot essentially use the ecosystem at all. We are getting a percentage out of the camera NFT sales as our, I would say, the team salary, but we are not getting any money out of the ecosystem, meaning if you watch or upload a video on TikTok, you are going to get a percentage of TT2E tokens based on the tier of your NFT and the level of your NFT. We are not getting any, so the team is not getting any percentage out of it, if this was the question. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. So, cool. Maurice, can I ask my last question?
If it's okay, Chris, we'll just defer to Adam, just because I do want to make sure the team has time to start the VC on their channel with at least 15 minutes before the end of the fair launch. But I appreciate you coming out, man. That was a solid question, and yeah, we'll get Adam in there. I appreciate you passing the mic over.
All right, thank you, Maurice. So about the NFT, can you explain like what impact does it have in our possible earnings, and why are you not open to multi-chain? Why do you work on only the BSC?
Okay, so the question is, why are we launching on BSC only and not on other chain? Yeah, that's a pretty interesting question. I believe like at the moment, the BSC one is the one that has the lowest barrier of entry for both the investors and also for the people that, for the owners of project. So you don't have any other platform like PinkSale on Ethereum, for example. So a launchpad. And at the moment, like for project owners, for like very new project, the alternative would be to go to an exchange, maybe a small one, and do a launchpad there. But I believe it will not be as effective as PinkSale. So we have watched PinkSale over the last 10 months, and that's why we have decided to launch there. But of course, if the project is successful, nothing would stop us in adding liquidity into another chain and also going cross-chain. So the project is flexible enough, would be flexible enough. But at this time, we needed to complete the project in 10 months, so we didn't want to overextend it. We also wanted to see how the community reacted. So if we would have launched on Ethereum first, I think that the barrier of entry would have been harder. And that's why we have decided to launch on BSC first. But that's not going to stop us in the future. So if this becomes a very successful project, then we can also go cross-chain.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Maurice.
Thank you very much for the questions.
Thanks so much, Adam. I appreciate you taking the time to come in. We're going to get one more in here from the audience, because I did see some solid ones that were sent to
feedback from a couple of our community members who don't have mics here, so
What's
just
up, Morris?
read through. That's been answered. That's
How you
been
doing, Morris?
answered. We have. I think we're gonna go here with Paragon. So he was just curious. So he was just curious if that 4.9% that you guys have set aside for the listings, if because he mentioned, or because you guys mentioned that you've already had a couple in place, but obviously you just can't talk about those. He was curious if there's any impact on the token or the taxes while you guys will be listing on the CEXs.
No, essentially the token, it's like if you trade on the taxes, of course, you want to be able to join the ecosystem. Of course, you need a wallet, a MetaMask wallet in order to connect to the dApp. So if you deposit your tokens into the taxes, then yeah, you're just gonna trade them, buy and sell them. Maybe you want to hold them for the long term. But in order to join in the ecosystem, you're gonna need your wallet on MetaMask. We want to use the taxes as a way, as an alternative way of doing marketing. There are many people that just stick to centralized exchanges. You know, there are just people that do not have a MetaMask wallet. They do not want to have it because they don't trust the decentralized finance space. So they just stick on exchanges. So that's why we have reserved the 5% of the tokens that will unlock over time, just for those people, like for the people that they do not trust the DeFi space. Unfortunately, there are many. So yeah, but that won't impact the tokenomics or won't impact anything from a token perspective.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's because there's no reflections or anything. It's not going to impact what would have to be done on that side. So awesome. Appreciate it. I think appreciate you taking the time to answer that one. Actually, you know what? I had a question sent from Buck when I actually put up the original post. So not even from in the AMA, because I guess somebody joined your. So this is from Farwa, and she jumped in and read the white paper after we posted it. And she said, I just finished reading the white paper. I'm really curious to know that if somebody having more followers on TikTok versus somebody with less followers, if they were to post an equivalent video, would they be paid equally, or is everything determined on the number of followers from the creator side? Or sorry, creator side.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. And the answer is no. It would be fair for everyone because it does not depend on the number of followers that you have or the number of, I don't know, likes that you get on a video. It does not, or comments. It does not depend on that. It depends on the tier and the level of the NFT that you have. So for example, if you have a tier 1 NFT, you can make up to 3 videos per day, and those 3 videos will be you can make 10, but only 3 will count for the earnings. And that would be the same for a followers for a TikToker with 1 million followers, or for a TikToker with 3 followers. Would be exactly the same, because you earn by making and by watching. So it's a fair system. So even if someone is not used to TikTok, it's the first time that they install it, if they are involved in our ecosystem, then they will be able to scale up by purchasing TT2E tokens, leveling up by burning their camera NFT, and then being able to earn more by watching more videos and uploading more videos. So this is the logic behind it. So it's not about how many followers you have. Of course, if you have more followers, then you're more incentivized in, like, you already used in using TikTok, then you upload more. But at this time, the system is fair and square for everyone.
Perfect. And another question. So Olivia forwarded me their question. Are they? So my question is, can I also earn if I just go live stream on the platform? So just start a live stream and ran it.
Nope. We are counting the videos, just the videos, not the live streams.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I figured I'd ask that one because it was a nice and easy one to get it asked and answered for Olivia. So thanks, Olivia, for that one. What I wanted to do just to make sure I wanted to give you 15 minutes. We're kind of getting up to that 7:42 UTC time. I always put it in my time zone and always confuses people on here because I'm normally a little bit later than or earlier than most. Sorry. So yeah, let me start with my closing statements here. I mean, I did really enjoy the presentation. I mean, I am not a TikToker because I feel like, I spend enough time on voice chat all day, and I don't know if people think I would be that creative on the TikTok side, but I find TikTok videos quite funny to watch. I mean, I am a viewer, not a creator in that sense. So, I mean, I do think, it's pretty cool to see this concept. I know there are a lot of our community members who are fairly big on the creation side. I mean, we have a couple of community members who do graphics, a couple who do kind of manage some stuff on the TikTok side. So I think here there's going to definitely be some interest. I mean, some of the questions coming through with the suggestions and ideas to add revenue, those are great. But, I think for everybody, we're kind of closing off on the end of the fair launch. Just join the community. I like the idea itself. I mean, obviously, Mike had kind of touched on the team's plan should they not touch that 200 BNB soft cap. But I think, join the community and follow through. I know Caesar and myself, you guys have seen it here on the channel. Some projects have in the past, failed to hit that cap on their pre-sale or on their fair launch. And, they meet within the community. They decide to maybe stealth, maybe move forward with an actual fair launch, not done as a pre-sale, but, just done kind of launching into the space with funds collected. And, we've had some do very well in the past. So, it's about joining the community at this point. I know there's a lot of, we've had different to earn type projects, first time focused on TikTok. So interesting with the hype on that network to see how these guys are able to build. But again, right now, best thing to do, guys, is join their community and, just stay active. If you haven't already bought in, if maybe you're just waiting to see kind of what the plan is or what the community's response is going to be, join up. You're right. As they mentioned, they've been working on this for some time. I know this is something that they're passionate about as a group, even from talking to Harry. They are really trying to get this one off the ground. So again, join the community, see what they have planned, what's next. First time, again, we've hosted a project focused on earning through TikTok. And this is, one that is starting to bridge the gap of different generations. I know more and more kind of older people who would fit that realm of crypto are getting involved in TikTok. So again, best of luck to you guys. And I really do like the concept. I love the website, as I've stated a couple of times. But, I think, I do personally think with the market conditions, the soft cap was a bit high. But again, there are so many 50 BNB soft caps. I completely get it. You need at some point to try and stand out and be a little bit different.
Yep, exactly. Thank you very much for hosting us here tonight.
Of course, Mike. Yeah, I really like the idea over there. Your answers were great.